Hello and welcome to BBC World News. Today we are to discuss an important situation that has been with us since the Treaty of Versailles opened on the 12th of January 1919. The meetings held in and around Paris are continuously creating disputes amongst the 32 states present at the conference. Many politicians want Germany crushed, not thinking of further events that should be considered. Others, such as Lloyd George, our representative, are privately more cautious of expected events in the future, concern the rise of communism in Russia, thinking that it might spread to Western Europe, and knowing that Germany would be the only country in Central Europe that could stop the spread of communism. After discussions have been enduring for over a year, the question still arises whether or not this conference has brought anyone anywhere. And now to my colleague, Dominique.
Thank you, Natacha. I've collected some questions for Mr. Alan Harris from the Herald Tribune. Good day. And now to my first question. How do you believe England will profit from this treaty?
Well, first of all, looking at the present situation, it can only get better for us. Thanks to our excellent army, our outstanding navy, and our admirable war skills, we are fortunate enough to say that we have had the least number of casualties in this war, though still speaking of large numbers. However, we definitely look forward to once again engaging in trade, and I'm also very, very, very satisfied to say that this treaty, as it seems at the moment, is only to our benefit.
What does British public opinion expect?
I do believe that I speak for the majority of our country when, and of course for our minister, when saying that we expect harsh settlements for Germany.
Do you believe that Lloyd is doing a good job of representing his country?
Well, from what I've seen, I can only speak positively about our minister's achievements at these past conferences. It's certainly challenging to continuously represent a positive attitude and portray the numerous viewpoints of the British people.
And last but not least, how hard will it be for single nations to recover?
Yes, it will be difficult for all countries to recover, especially for Germany. Their country has been so severely damaged by this war, and if they continuously refuse to cooperate, it will be their loss once again. Germany definitely finds themselves in a dilemma here, not to mention the 2 million deaths that Germany suffered.
Thank you very much, Mr. Harris, for your insightful viewpoints on this topic.
Why, it was my pleasure.
This was Sir Alan Harris from the Herald Tribune. Why, I have just received the information that our correspondent, Katy Shopper, has just made it into the palace. Katy, can you hear me? What is the current situation?
I'm standing in front of the big room where once again the 5 major powers of this conference are heatedly debating the yet unfinished Treaty of Versailles. I've come to overhear quite a bit of rumors in the past few days around Versailles. The most well-known rumor probably is that some clauses in this treaty shall solely blame Germany for the causes and impacts of World War I. Now, these clauses could be quite appropriate since none of the member nations here have profited from this war. It is also of interest to further inquire on the disputes of several member nations, which all want the same, don't they? Just a few minutes ago, an infuriated Mr. Wilson, followed by a quite worried Mr. Lloyd, stormed out of this room. Rumor has it, Mr. Wilson believes that solely blaming Germany could later have an impact on his along with other nations. He believes that Germany will recover much easier from this war and will then seek revenge. So, speaking of a potential second Great War, now, after 1 year, could one say that this conference has turned out to be the random output of nonsense ideas, or where shall this take us? And with that, back to my colleagues in the studio. Thank you, Katy Shopper, live at Versailles.
Thank you. This was BBC News.